All right, here we are again with Tom and Fern. I'm Tom.
Fern, it's been a while.
It's been so long we can't even remember the name of the show.
Right.
And then to my left, you're
right. To my right.
Right in the middle.
In the center.
Is none other than Jenn Borresen. Welcome to the show.
It's like Cher or Madonna.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jenn.
He's behind the scenes. He works behind the scenes for us.
Just for our 3 viewers out there, what exactly do you do here at the Herald-Tribune?
Officially graphics editor. Unofficially, called upon to do digital design, graphics.
Are you responsible
numbers,
for our
brainstorming?
graphic behind us?
Yes.
Okay.
That is
She
mine.
was the one that put the ampersand in, so it didn't look like it was something else, right?
I picked the colors.
All right, let's go. You're a Bucks fan, huh?
Last year.
Last year, yeah.
Not so. Yes, this year too. But
You're gonna be happy with Jameis. I know you're a big FSU guy. Can you just give your sort of
Guy.
feeling on what kind of year he's had for the Bucks?
Oh, I think he's had a fine year. In the beginning, he was slow to start, but I'm not, being a woman and knowing the news that you know and that these commentators will try to avoid. I'm not a huge fan, and I watch if it's on and I'm home. But other than that, I do not have any Bucks players on my fantasy football. No.
Yeah. I know we delve into fantasy here eventually with Jenn on the set.
Yeah, like you're writing a good column. So fantasy team, huh? Fantasy team.
Yeah, I am.
One?
I am
fantasy?
third place, yes.
Third place in what? Like the world or what?
No, in our little league with friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're obsessed
Third
about it.
is good.
Third's
Don't shake your head.
Good. No, you're obsessed about it, aren't you?
Yes.
Who's your quarterback?
I have Tom Brady, and I got him in the 9th round, nice and cheap. So.
And you're worried about him this weekend, what?
Up against Tennessee. Yeah.
Why?
Because I need a lot of points to beat who I'm up against.
If he doesn't throw at least 5 TDs against Tennessee,
No, I
think
need
there's a major problem going on.
I need like 8 touchdowns. Stop running the ball.
Having
just
a great year, I can tell.
Yeah, but he has no arsenal left. So.
Why don't you tell us what people don't get the idea of what graphic is? I mean, just give us maybe a 10-second on. It's sort of what leads the papers and what leads sort of journalism now, publications. People look at the graphics first way before your column on a Sunday.
It's true. They do look at visuals before they look at words. But it's a visualization of numbers,
right?
Or capturing the story that photos can't capture, telling that visually.
Well, we don't have any photographers to send out, right? So Jenn just doodled something up. I've seen your doodles too; they're pretty good.
Yeah.
You want to tell people where your doodles, where they can find your stuff?
I don't know. It's mostly on Facebook or Twitter at Jenn Art, but I don't know. It's just messing around. Sometimes I do. It probably looks bad in meetings, but when I doodle, I listen better. I can hear. When I look back at that doodle, I know everything that happened in that meeting. It just helps me.
What kind of doodlings do you do there in your office on high?
I sleep.
Every time I walk by you, you're going like this when I look back at the office.
All right, so I want to tell you why the Bucks are good this year, or decent, which we thought they were going to be pretty bad.
I think it's going to drop off here. Have they played anybody hard?
I don't know. I don't watch. Dirk Cutter, Mr. Cutter.
Dirk Cutter.
Offensive coordinator, best choice, the best move the Bucks have made in 20 years.
He's been their best offensive coordinator since I've been watching this team. He actually gets guys in position to make catches. Now, whether they make the catch after that
is the best one since Mike Shula.
Mike Shula?
Yeah. No, they've put together. I mean, it was like two rookies on the offensive line. They're running the ball. I mean, they're starting to talk about Doug Martin. Had a Tampa Bay Times stories. Doug Martin only got the ball 11 times. Well, he ran for 81 yards, for God's sake.
He's averaging 127 yards a game.
Crazy.
But he's also going for a contract next year, which spurs guys to run a little bit harder when there's money riding on the line next season. I wouldn't know about money on any line, but he is running hard. But you're right. Back to the Cutter thing. A lot of people underestimate what a coach does. I mean, he puts these guys in positions to do what they do, which is make catches, which the Bucks really haven't done all that great a job this year. But great choice. I agree with you.
No, it was huge. And then, running game, and even Sims, he runs well in spots or moving the ball around. I think it's pretty impressive, actually. I think he's their most valuable person.
Now, they play St. Louis tonight. They still got a playoff spot riding. I mean, Is it realistic to think of this team as playing past, week 16, week 17?
If they were in the NFC East, they'd be in first place.
They would
Tied
be.
for first. How about
They're not
that?
going to make it past the Rams.
No?
No.
No?
No.
No?
And as a coworker pointed out, this was the condiment game tonight because it's their color rush night.
yeah, it's
so they're
the,
ketchup and mustard.
The Bucks will be dressed all in red tops, red jerseys,
Yeah.
red
And the
red
Rams
bottoms.
are all in yellow.
So we got
It's ketchup and mustard.
I was worried when you started to say Condon. I was where that was going. So, and one more big turnaround. Bradenton's own Willie Taggart. How about that? Willie Taggart on the ropes. People thought, oh, USF, he's going to get fired, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, he's got a 5-year contract extension. Pretty impressive, huh?
And they're playing in the Miami Beach Bowl on Monday, which will feature our own Booker graduate, Marlon Mack. Second year in a row as the Conference Player of the Year, rushed for 1,300 yards. Just a local boy making really good, doing really well up in.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Maybe we should get.
Don't get a chance to get to go.
Maybe we should ask Jen about the Pete Rose situation. I mean, when you were gone, everybody has an opinion. The commissioner said he's not going to reinstate Pete Rose. You being, you know who Pete Rose
No, I don't
is,
know.
right?
I've always thought of that situation. If that happened now, nobody would blink an eye. I don't know.
Because he'd be playing fantasy football.
Even if he got
fantasy
reinstated,
baseball.
do they not still have to vote on whether he would be
No, they
in
can't.
or is it?
No.
Well,
the
what
rules
I-
prohibit it.
What I read, even though the baseball is keeping him out, Manfred, the Hall of Fame can do what they want.
But they have to change the rules.
The Hall of Fame can say.
They have
They
to
can
change
still
the
say no.
rules.
Well, yeah, but they can still say yes. He doesn't have
Oh,
to.
yeah.
I mean, they can.
Have to
They're
change the
separate
rules.
from MLB, even
But
though
they
the
have to change
commissioner
the
said
rules.
you're
They
not
have to
going to be
change-
reinstated.
They have to change the rules first.
Well, they have this character
Well, yeah, they
thing,
got the
which you
character,
haven't
and
observed.
they say you have to be on the baseball's eligible list. Yeah, trust me. 3E.
Trust you?
Yeah, Section 53E. Paren E. All right, so what's the worst part about being a female sports fan?
Well, you know what? You can be in a room full of people talking about it and just kind of laugh under your breath when people are saying things that you know that's not true or that's not going to happen.
Now you're a bigger sports
So
fan
you're kind of under the wire.
than your husband, huh? Is he?
I probably got him into the Bucks because I worked for the Tampa Tribune a while back, and working there, it was a lot of conversation about that stuff. So going to some games and stuff, he's from Fort Lauderdale, so he was sort of a Dolphins fan. But
So you're saying that guys say stupid stuff when they're talking about sports?
I think they claim they know a lot more than they do. Yeah.
Well, that's true.
That's how we got our show here.
Yeah. All right. Do you coach your kids at all? Do they let you coach?
Yeah, tell us
I
about your
coached
boys.
a flag football team when my son was 8, and we were in second place. And I always say the only reason why we were in second place, and I think this is a good rule for coaches, as moral and stuff. Every kid on my team played quarterback. Every kid played. It wasn't just like to win the game. It was like let's all have our day in the sun. So I wasn't about to try to get first place and keep kids from playing.
You're not one of these parents who are like, Coach, you get my kid in the game, Coach. I'm going to kill you, Coach.
No.
You're not one of those?
I'm pretty
minority.
competitive, but I try to shut up when I'm watching them play and let them just have fun. If they fail, it's a lesson for next time.
So have you ever been standing around, maybe while your kids are out there, and one of the male coaches say, "Do any one of the dads want to coach?" And you're like standing there, and they look past you.
My daughter's softball team, there was two guy coaches, and they came over, and I was already kind of in athletic gear that afternoon. And hey, so what? I'm standing right in front, and okay, so what dad wants to help me? Catch with them. Standing right there, it wouldn't dawn on him to ask, okay, here's this person not in work clothes, No, it wouldn't occur to some guys to,
Yeah, we would. Like Fern and I, very sensitive, very, very sensitive.
Yes.
We looked around the place here, like who hasn't been on the show? We said, well, Jen hasn't been. So,
Well,
Oh, I'm the token woman.
No, we actually, you're on the show because you sit over here. If we had expensive equipment, we'd pan over to where your desk is, and we hear you
Criticize?
Yes, that's what you do.
You could say
We
it.
hear you, yeah. No, so we thought we'd have you on the show.
I mean, you had a lot of X's for a lot of your predictions.
yeah, we've sort of
Beginning of the year.
given up
Look at him,
the,
look at he's quiet. Fern was doing really well.
Yeah, all right.
we ran out of crosses, and we have a lot of check marks
That's
still
right.
to use.
I had to start using check marks
So
in the
last thing,
graphics.
do you want to make fun of my AOL email account on the air?
I probably done enough off air.
And I still have Netscape on my computer. Do you want to give me a hard time for that?
It's bad. It's so bad.
It works. It works.
We'll get
especially
something
with-
else on your machine.
Especially with the dial-up, it works. I get the little
Dial-up.
I get the little disc. For 50 free hours of AOL.
You've got
I
mail.
log in, it tells me I got mail. It's beautiful.
We just switched
thing.
over from that last week here at the paper, so it's great news.
All right. Anything else you
bad.
want to?
Anything else you want to add? This is your moment in the sun here. You're
No,
never
no,
gonna be on
you guys will
WTF
keep
again.
going, and I'll keep
In fact, you may not
criticizing
be on
from the
WTF
sidelines.
again.
All right. Well, good. All right. Well, thanks for being on. It's
Thank
been
you.
fun. All right. Are we coming back again some point?
We'll be back next week.
Will we?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week.
I think our contract's been
It's our
renewed.
special Christmas show.
Oh yeah, next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get DeMarcus Christmas from
We're
USA.
gonna, and
Nice.
carols. We're gonna do some little caroling.
little
around.
caroling?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to help us sing?
You want to?
No, I
you
do
want to
not.
ush us
That's-
out? You want to take us out? Take us
No,
away
I
here?
won't even. I can't even watch this after.
All right.
So,
All right. Ratings boost.
all right.
All right.
This will be
All right,
avail-
thanks.
This will be
Thanks.
available next week on Herald-Tribune.com.
All right. We'll see you soon. Thanks.